Hey guys, so today we're checking out the Carvin Progressive Series single exhaust system with the single side exit and the black tip, fitting all 2016 and newer 3.5 liter double cab Toyota Tacomas with a 5-foot bed. Now if you're looking for a premium choice for a side exit exhaust system that's going to liven up the sound and of course the look of your Tacoma, then this is going to be a great option to choose. Now this system will open up a lot of airflow, which will increase a little performance, but most importantly, this is going to give you a deeper exhaust note without getting all of the volume, which is going to be perfect for somebody who wants to hear their exhaust from time to time but doesn't want all of that extra noise. Now when it comes to the loudness meter, I'm going to rate this a 2 out of 5, with 1 being completely stock and 5 being incredibly wake the neighbors loud. So as far as Carvin systems go, this will be on the quieter side. So like I said before, you're not getting a ton of volume here, which is perfect if you want to hear the system, if you get on the throttle, but this is going to be great for somebody who doesn't need all of the loudness that some exhaust systems have to offer. Now when it comes to interior cab noise, this one is going to do a really good job at creating a very comfortable cab experience and cab environment when this is installed on your truck. So you're not going to get a ton of drone on the inside of your cab area, especially while you're cruising on the highway. If you're using your truck as a daily driver, this is going to keep the noise or the drone to a minimum. But of course, when you get on the throttle, you are going to hear it a little bit inside the cab, which I do personally like. That's great for the enthusiast who likes exhaust systems but doesn't want to wake the neighbors in the meantime. Now getting into the construction of this thing, this will be made of a full 304 stainless steel material, which is the best quality stainless steel that you can get out of an exhaust system. So you can ensure that this is going to hold up for a long time, for years to come, and look flawless while doing it. Now that's going to be great for anybody who's concerned about rust because of where they live. If you're in the Rust Belt and you don't want your exhaust system to start rusting, or you're just concerned about rust in general and want an exhaust system that's going to hold up when it comes to the materials and the construction, this exhaust system will give you a peace of mind with that. Now this is also going to have a really good build when it comes to the quality, so you can see that down to the welds on the muffler and even on the hangers. This will hold up for a long period of time. I personally really like how this is set up in comparison to some other options. Now what gives the exhaust its sound is of course the muffler, and this will include the Carvin TR Series Performance Muffler. Now it'll have a louver style core and pillow-packed fiberglass inside of the muffler body, which I think is very smart when it comes to Carvin's technology for this muffler in particular. Now as far as the core, this is going to have a louver style core, so it's going to have louver style cutouts that are a lot larger than what you would find on a perforated core, and that's going to trap some more noise as far as drone is concerned and inhibit airflow a lot better than a perforated core, especially because it is directional. Now when it comes to the fiberglass on the inside of the muffler, like I said, Carvin pillow packs it. Now in most mufflers over time, the fiberglass does get carbon soaked, and when it gets carbon soaked, it starts to break down. Now the fiberglass in the muffler is what's responsible for deadening that extra drone. So when it does break down, sometimes it's expelled out of the exhaust system itself and can actually change the noise or the tone of the exhaust over a longer period of time. So what Carvin did was pillow packed it, or put it essentially in a casing. So if it does break down over time, it's not going to be expelled out of the exhaust system like a standard fiberglass packed muffler would. And this is going to keep the sound very crisp and very clean for years to come, which I think is very smart on Carvin's part. Now in addition to the clean sound, this is also going to have a very clean look to it, of course with the side exit, keeping it more of a factory style look, but upgrading it, especially when it comes to the tip and the construction here, making sure that it keeps this flawless appearance again for years to come. But this is also going to come with a large 4-inch tip. It is going to be black ceramic coated, so that's going to be great for anybody who's a fan of a more blacked out look when it comes to their exhaust system, or wants something that's going to look a little bit sleeker, especially in comparison to the factory chrome tip. Now this is also going to be removable, so if you want to change it over the course of the exhaust lifetime, you can definitely do that. But it's also going to come with some nice Carvin branding right up on top for a little bit of extra style. And I do like the black ceramic coat. It is very clean. It's going to have a nice matte appearance to it, and it is going to protect that 304 underneath, even though it really doesn't have to, considering the quality of the materials. But overall, it has a great build and it looks very sleek while mounted up to the Tacoma. Now this also will come with everything that you need in order to install it. As you can see, you're gonna have a couple of exhaust clamps. This is gonna come with all of the hangers that are welded in the factory location, so it will have a really good fit once you mount this up to your truck, which again is just going to boast the quality of this exhaust system. Now when it comes to price, this is gonna come in at roughly $600 mark, putting this at a pretty average price point for a single side exit. And in my opinion, I think you're getting a lot more with that price point with the quality and the construction that you have here. Now in comparing it to some other choices in the category, like I said before, this is gonna be fully 304. So this is gonna have a premium build in comparison to some other choices that will work out well, but aren't going to be made of a full 304. So they might be made of a 409 stainless steel material, which is still a great option, but it is going to be a little bit more cost effective when it comes to building an exhaust system. Now, if you do take care of it, it's not gonna rust over time as far as 409 is concerned, but with 304, you really don't have to question it. So you will have to pay a little bit more of a premium for 304, but I think if you are looking for something that is just gonna give you your peace of mind, you don't have to question, especially for the lifespan of the exhaust system. I think that this is going to be more up your alley. Now, in comparison to some others that are configured a little bit differently, you have those dual outlets, you have those turn down styles. Those are gonna be a little bit different in the way that they're configured, so pricing does fluctuate on them as far as the materials being used. Obviously, with the dual outlet, you are gonna have a little bit more piping that may bump that price point up. And then with the turn down style, that is going to be a little bit of a cost-effective choice in comparison to something like this. Now, overall, I think when you're looking at exhaust systems across the board, if you're looking for a single side exit, you're looking for that sleek look with the black tip, and you're looking for a full 304 stainless steel, again, to just give you that peace of mind when it comes to weathering and the elements, especially because this is underneath your truck, then this is going to be right up your alley. Not to mention, this is also going to be a quieter choice compared to some other options that will have a different tone or a different volume. So if you have a daily driver and you're looking for something that's a premium choice for your Tacoma, then this is going to be it. So when it comes to install, I'm gonna give this a 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. There's no cutting or welding required, which I think is great out of any exhaust system. But this one in particular will probably take you about 2 hours to get the job done with the right tools. And one of our installers here is going to show you how to get this on your Tacoma step by step. Let's go ahead and hop into the install.
Tools used for today's install: cordless impact, short extension, 14mm socket, 15mm socket, exhaust hanger tool, and some lubricant. Hey, what's up guys? I'm going to be showing you how to do the installation on your Carvin exhaust on your Tacoma. Let's get started. All right, so now that we're under the vehicle, we're at the flange that we need to remove. I did go ahead and spray this with some PB Blaster. We are going to have to reuse the hardware and the gasket, so be very careful with that. I also sprayed all of the exhaust hangers with some lubricant so they slide out very easily. I got my 14mm socket, and I'm going to go ahead and remove these flange bolts now. All right, now that you have the two flanges disconnected, we're gonna work our way back and we're gonna go get our exhaust hanger tool. All right, we got our exhaust hanger tool and we are going to disconnect the hanger for the muffler in the front. All right, now we're at the back of the muffler, right above the differential. You got two clamps or hangers. We're gonna disconnect. All right, now we're at the back of the muffler, right by the rear differential, and we are gonna disconnect these two hangers. I like to kind of just push them up, get them out of the way. All right, now we're at the back by the tailpipe, and we have our final one. And just be careful to kind of keep a hand on that tailpipe and slowly let it sit right on the differential. Watch for any wires or brake lines. Okay, and now to remove the exhaust, we're gonna take this pull jack out of the way that we were using to support that. And fortunately, it is going to come out in one piece. Okay, like I said before we started the removal process, we are going to reuse the hardware and the gasket. This is what the gasket looks like. You just want to make sure that stays in place on this side of the flange. We're going to reinstall that now. I just wanted to show you guys what that looked like. All right, now we're going to install the flange section of the exhaust. Again, make sure that your gasket is in place. Line it up. Start the bolts by hand that we took off. And we're gonna get our 14mm socket with our cordless and run it in. Again, you're going side to side. You don't want to just go in all the way on one side. All right, now we're just gonna reinstall our hanger. All right, so for the next step, we want to make sure that we put one of our clamps on that section of pipe that we just installed. And now it is time to install our muffler. And you're going to just slip it right over that existing pipe that we just put on. And we can put our hangers back into place. Might actually be easier just to put the hangers on first, then line the pipe up. There we go. All right, so for the last section, again, make sure that you put your clamp on. Doesn't matter which side, we're gonna do this side though. And we are going to put this through the exhaust hanger. And then connect the pipe. All right, now we're gonna tighten down our clamps. You're gonna get this right where the pipe meets. We're gonna get our 14mm socket and tighten this down. Correction, sorry, 15mm socket. All right, now we're gonna get our final clamp. Again, this is right by the flange. And we're gonna go ahead and tighten this down as well. All right, now finally, it's time to install our exhaust tip. You wanna do that, obviously, logo facing up. And you're just gonna have to kind of almost finagle it to go on. And you are going to take your 15mm socket and tighten this down.
So that is going to wrap it up for my review and the install of the Carbon Exhaust Progressive Series single side exit exhaust system with the black tip, fitting all 2016 and newer 3.5-liter double cab Toyota Tacomas with a 5-foot bed. For more videos and products just like this, remember to always keep it right here at extremeterrain.com.